Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this little map of currently only Europe and the other parts of the Mediterranean. Speaking of the Mediterranean, in the last episode, we saw most of the Mediterranean being settled by these many nations that we have here that I don't completely remember the lore of, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, even though it was 2 days ago. I think we're going to start up here in Germany. These tribes, they're going to grow quite a little bit, especially in the Scandinavia. All of the Danish peninsula here has been filled in by this Danish Germanic nation. And this country here is going to expand up the Baltic coast a little bit. Not too much. Well, actually, very much. That's quite a lot. Almost like a Baltic empire right here. Anyways, jeez, that was a crazy voice crack. This yellow nation is also going to expand a bunch up down the coast of France. And this nation's going to follow suit, moving up into modern day France in the French areas. That can't be there. Anyways, this Iberian nation here is also going to do some mild exploration down the Maghreb. And these smaller African nations are also going to try to do some expansion, but it's a little difficult because, there's a big ass desert right there. Oh, hey. That's inconvenient. Yeah, so not a lot of ground is being covered in North Africa. However, this nation here is going to completely cut off the Jerusalem nation, the Israeli nation, from the Suez. That's not supposed to be there. Speaking of which, these guys are going to push inland through Arabia a whole bunch because it's a lot of fertile land in here. And this nation is also going to move up into Trebizond and more of Anatolia. They're just looking a little bit like Turkey. And this little Pontic nation is also going to take the rest of this coast. Oh wow, what the fuck is that? Okay. This kind of Italian nation is going to expand a little bit, but they're kind of messed up by the Alps, which are deep in here. They do have a little bit of Alp territory, but it's hardly settled. Anyways, some new nations are probably going to form now, because these countries are starting to get a little too big. Specifically, this orange nation here. They're going to collapse completely. Yeah, we can't have good things in this world. So it's going to collapse into a few nations, specifically this nation north of the Pyrenees, and this other nation in the Balearic Islands. Yes, this is actually where this nation started, but there's a new one here because they didn't like how the government was working, and they're not going to do too much about it. They can't really cross the Pyrenees to stop these guys. They've only done it once, and that was to settle them. And they can't really sail the seas because these guys have them locked down. So yeah. Anyways, a little war is gonna break out between these two nations here. Yeah. This nation here has grown quite large from their conquering, so they're gonna attack this nation, and they're gonna do pretty good. They're gonna push them back a little bit and steal a bunch of land in the peace treaty. This nation is also having some complications with keeping their shit together. So guess what? More countries are going to break away, specifically right here. Okay, that's too similar to the... Yeah, good. So this huge North African nation is going to break away because a lot of these North African nations are mostly broken away from other European nations. Speaking of which, the Tunisians are also having a hard time being, well, under red rule, so they're going to break away as well. During the entire thing is just going to break away. Yeah, the red nation's kind of been screwed over by that. Was that too similar? Nah, it'll do. Anyways, I think it's time for another war. Don't you think? Specifically, a civil war between these two. Well, between these two. So these two nations are going to fight a little civil war. This is kind of like an older government, and this is the new government that they're trying to set up. But this government doesn't like this government, and this kind of wants to preserve the old ways. The other one kind of wants to do something new, I guess. Do some more conquering, really. And it's not looking good for this team because this side is really not as settled as this side. So they're gonna take some heavy losses, and they're gonna be defeated. However, not entirely. A little piece of them is going to be left in Crimea and whatnot. Oh wow, not quite what I wanted. I don't know what this is up here. Get that out of here. I also think now is an appropriate time to set up like capital cities because war is a common thing now. So we're gonna do that. Oh, hey, okay, stop. The dark green capital is going to be in Theodoro, or modern day Sevastopol. These guys' capital is going to be around, I think Bucharest is like right there. Who cares? But near where they started. This country, Istanbul. This country is going to be on the island where they began. Where they began. I'm going to put the cities over the water. These guys are going to put their capital in the Peloponnese because it's got some good tactical position. This nation is going to put their capital like right here, and this nation, there's not much places they can go. These guys are going to be on Venice, where they began, where all civilization began in this world. These guys, I guess, will be on like it's not like isn't split like right there, there. Yeah, that's it. This nation, just gonna go in the center. These tribal nations, boom and boom. Copenhagen, right there. This nation here is gonna throw it. Ooh, that's hard to see. There you go. These guys are going to be in the center along the coast here. I'm just going to splat them wherever. Gibraltar, kind of the north there. Most of these African nations are going to be in the. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I had to fix the borders. Tunis. I think Benghazi is like right there. Cairo, Jerusalem, and I think Ankara is like right there. It doesn't matter. These are fictional cities. So there we are. We got the capital cities of the world. I think that's still a little too dark. There we go. Okay, if this country invades this one, which may happen, they won't be able. I'll just make it black. There we go. Here we are with our capital cities of the world, and it's looking a lot more filled in than it was a few seconds ago. Oh hey, that's cool. I don't care. I'm gonna keep using Windows 10. Fuck you. I don't care if I get hacked or not. Anyways, this nation's gonna explore up into Normandy and Brittany. Good for them. And they're looking quite big. You know what that means, right? They're gonna collapse. into a few, not just one for now. That's too similar of a color to another one. Nope. Okay. Changed your hue a little bit. Yeah. That's good. There we are. So this new Breton nation here has been formed. They fixed their borders a little bit. There we are. This new Breton nation is formed, and they're going to immediately start conquering some of the natives over here. This nation here is also going to expand into France and link up with the new nation. That's okay. That is good. Oops. I'm gonna have to start editing these videos, like seriously. There's a lot of goofs in here. They're also going to expand inland a little bit. I'm loving this pencil tool. Anyways, these Germanic tribes are also going to expand inland a little bit more, but they're getting a bit too big for these small tribal kingdoms, so of course they're going to do what any nation gets when they get too big, which is collapse. This one, in fact, is going to collapse into many nations. So, not good for them, I guess. Oh, and don't think these guys were safe. No, no, no. No, they got something waiting for them. Is that good color? I guess. It's mostly newly conquered land that they're gonna lose. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It should just be this. There we go. Okay, let's do some more of a color once again. Let's just fill this with a. Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Anywho, Germany's kind of well, not really Germany. The Baltic nations have kind of exploded a little bit. Speaking of exploding, who should we destroy next? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to destroy anybody. Anyways, there's some more exploration happening. These guys are going to move down the Egyptian coast, and these guys are going to move down the Red Sea coast as well. And some more. This nation's pretty hard to collapse because, you know, is founded by explorers and whatnot. So, can't really get mad at them for exploring. I don't like that. Even if it's a few pixels, I'm going to change it. There we are. Anyways, some nations are getting a little bit ambitious, should I say. Also, I forgot to make capital cities for a lot of these countries, I just realized. This one's going to be in Brest. Aarhus. Like, I don't fucking know. That's like Hamburg. Hamburg's right there. Riga. Alrighty. Many new dots are on the map. Yes, I think I covered all grounds. That border's still screwed up. Hold on. The Reds are going to lose a little bit of land, but they don't really care. They have plenty. There we are. Alright, well, Europe's looking a little filled in. Anyways, the Caucasus are being explored, and a new nation's going to form in the Caucasus. This kind of dark bluish nation. Yep. Yeah. Let's give them their coast. Yeah. So this big old Caucasus nation, which has been boiling up for a while, has just been created. And this pink country is going to explore even more down that river until they reach Kuwait, modern day Kuwait. and they're looking quite expansive. But I know I said I wouldn't collapse them, but they're getting too big for my likings, so I'm going to have to. A lot of these early countries are just going to collapse, really, from rebels and whatnot. It's mostly newly settled land that's being lost. Don't worry, I'll clean up the borders. Ooh, wow, that's not good. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Nobody really thought to put maps on paper yet, so there's no geometrical borders, really. Okay, well, Israel has collapsed. Well, they're still basically everything they should be, but they lost a lot of land. There we go. Got some new capital cities. Oh, this one doesn't have a capital. They're gonna be deep in the mountains. That's good. That's goody. Anyways, these guys with the little slither of unexplored land that they can go to, they're gonna explore like they always do. And they found some land out here which they're gonna settle. Not to the liking of this country right here, but who cares? Hmm. Don't you think it's time for a huge war? I think it is. Where's the best spot for a war to happen? Oh, right, in Iberia, as per usual. So this big old country here is going to go to war with this transcontinental country here. They're actually bigger in Africa than they are in Iberia. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. Anyways, this Castilian nation is going to go to war with this Gibraltar nation here. But unbeknownst to them, they have allies. I'm going to create an alliance. Yeah, I'm going to steal a certain someone's idea of alliances, their system. So these guys are going to be represented by squares. Yeah, very original. I saw this in another person's YouTube video that I totally didn't steal the entire concept of this series from. Well, it's not stolen. Anybody could have thought of this. Who cares? Anyways, these two nations are going to join together to kind of take down this Castilian nation. So let's see how that goes. Already this nation's been kind of been taken a large portion of while that alliance was boiling. But now their progression is going to be a little bit slower, you know, a little bit slower. And these guys are going to start attacking because these guys don't really know that these guys are on their side. So I'm going to hide this layer. Yeah, I don't need it right now. So they're going to push in for their front lines. They're not going to meet any resistance because nobody exactly wants to stop them. It's a defensive war, and these guys are still distracted destroying these guys. So they're just going to push in and take a bunch of stuff, you know, murder a few families here and there. Oh wow! And this nation finally realizes, oh shit, they're burning all our stuff. But it's a little bit too late. And when they try to meet these guys on this front, these guys start pushing back. And they ultimately do link up with the other nation here that they're teamed up with. So it's not looking good for these guys. And ultimately, an armistice peace treaty is made where these guys lose all that land and whatnot. I'm going to fix the border here. Yeah, that's good. These guys are going to get a little bit of their land back, I guess. And their ambitions of southern Iberia are kind of gone because they can't really do anything about this big ass alliance kicking them. So they're going to have to wait on that for a little. But they can always attack Galicia, which they're going to do immediately after losing another war. Not a good idea. So they're going to attack Galicia, and they're going to be mildly successful. But Galicia is very close friends with. Can you guess who? The Squares. So they're gonna join the alliance to the excitement of these two, because that means they get. Why is it not? That's not the black I want. No, be black, please. What the hell? Why is it? Oh, it's because it's on the country. I'm using the wrong layer. Whoops. So these guys are going to join the Square Alliance to the not excitement of this nation. Let's just say that much. I can't really English right now. It's 2 a.m. if you can see. So they're going to get screwed over again by this coalition of sorts. And they're going to lose some more land after getting their ass kicked. And these guys are going to get all of their land back. And to completely eliminate these guys' aggression, they're going to basically screw them over in the worst way possible. They're going to take their coastline and form a new nation. Yeah, not good for them. They're also going to have a mild border dispute with these guys. So, Iberia is looking a little messed up now. But this alliance has prevailed, the Iberian alliance of sorts. I want to try something new. I kind of want to, make like, hold on. This is an original idea. Yeah, like that. They're going to be like connected like that. That's how we're going to signify alliances. And these guys are also going to join the alliance because, they were created from the alliance. Okay, is that how you spell alliance? I'm, I'm so tired, I can't even tell. Okay. Well, there's the Iberian alliance. It's a little rudimentary. And, oh, no, I'm going to draw over that. Okay. And I drew down the cities layer, I just realized. Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay, just get rid of it. Erase it all. It's great. New layer. I'm going to make this a little thinner. Okay, so this new alliance has been created. This is how we're going to signify alliances now. With good old lines like this. This is the Iberian alliance here of many nations. We're going to turn those off for now. Actually, I think I'll leave them on, just a little transparent. Yeah, so it doesn't get in the way of everything else. So the alliance of Iberia has been created, and in the peace treaty, these guys are also forced to join in because they have a new government. The old government was overthrown. I don't think I should connect them like that. It's just going to be like that. There you go. What the fuck? So, this new alliance has been created. This nation, Central Nation, was forced into it after being defeated twice. And they seem quite unstoppable now. Oh, also, while all that was happening, these guys broke away. while that was all happening, they lost. They lost to Morocco. It broke away. What a shame. That's not okay. Let's just. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Whoops. Let's just fix that real quick. So Morocco has broken away and formed their own nation. The Southern Iberian kind of Granadan Sevelin nation doesn't really care. Their capital is going to be very close because that's the Strait of Gibraltar. It's very strategic, and a new alliance is going to be formed. In fact, an empire is going to be formed. It's 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 not really a empire. It's a holy empire, if you know what I mean. In the way that they're not exactly connected, but they're connected. So these four nations, they're going to form the Holy North African Empire of sorts. It's like a Holy Roman Empire, but not really. Oh, and the Boers are going to join in too because they don't have anybody to protect them. Anyways, the Emperor is going to be crowned right now, and that Emperor is pretty obvious. What are we going to use to signify the Emperor? Let's use a star. There we go. The Emperor will be marked with a star, and it will change to whoever's the most powerful as the Empire changes. Anyways, they're basically connected, but they're not really. It's a holy empire of sorts. I just said that. Okay. Anyways, Holy North African Empire. Isn't that cool? Anyways, new nation is being formed by explorers up here while all that was happening. Some explorers, people. They went ahead and formed their own nation up here. Uh, bunch of explorers. Bunch of explorers banded together to form this nation right here, which is very ugly. I just realized. Anyways, now that this new nation has been formed, they need a capital, and it's going to be right in the most inconvenient possible location. Yeah, isn't that great? They're also going to move into France a little bit, renovate. So they're in a quite inconvenient shape. They're bordering three very more powerful nations. I mean, they might be a little level-headed with Brittany. Who knows? Anyways, and there are wars happening. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, these Greek guys here, they're getting a little ambitious. They're the original Greeks, and they had a lot of land, but they lost it all. Or did they have a lot of land, really? Nah, not really. They lost a lot. So they're gonna set out to form an empire. Their new leader, he's quite tyrannical. And immediately he's gonna attack these islanders and take their capital in a few months. Not even months, weeks. And he's gonna take over the islands. Anyways, the islanders have been defeated, and in the peace treaty, their islands are revoked. Yeah, the heart of their country, the heart of their empire, it's taken. It's destroyed, and they have to move their capital to freaking Nicosia. Disgusting. Oh, and in the peace treaty, they lose this territory here. It's formed into a new nation. It's totally not a Greek puppet. That would be just barbaric, right? What's a good color? There. Is that good? No, it's too similar. Yeah, it's fine. So this new Greek nation is this new Greek nation is formed, and Anatolia. It's Greek, but it's Anatolian at the same time. And now they're going to set their sights on north. They're going to attack this little salmon-colored nation here, and they're going to succeed. They're going to push in, kill a few people, cause some terror, and in the peace treaty, it's quite simple. It's quite simple. They're going to take all of this land, and they're going to directly border their capital city. How inconvenient. They also have some minor border feuds with this nation here, but their military is very, very powerful, so they win those. And they're looking a little imperial, maybe. And they decide, you know what we need? We need an alliance. We need an alliance. So they set out to form an alliance. And who's the best person to form an alliance with? You're right, the Romans. I'm gonna make this 5, like it should be. So they form an alliance with the Romans, the former Romans. They kind of got kicked out of Rome, and they also form an alliance with their totally not vassal nation right here that they form. Their capital city is going to be right there. Yeah, so they have a triple Greek alliance now. Not really Greek, Greek-Roman alliance. Greek-Roman Anatolian. Well, these guys are not a Greek, totally not a Greek vassal. So these guys are going to set out to attack this nation, the Napoli's nation. Napoli? Naples? Who cares? And attack they will. With a lot of Greek support, they're going to attack. They're going to immediately take the capital with the crazy Greek Spartan troops of sorts. And it's not looking good for Napoli. They're going to be navally invaded, which is kind of a new concept. Well, large-scale naval invasions. And ultimately, they surrender. It's donezo for them. Yeah. So in the peace treaty, it's quite simple. Greece will take all of Salerno, I believe that's called, and these guys will take all of all of this, almost down to all the boot of Italy. Oh hey, that's not supposed to be like that. There we go. So they made huge land gains, and they are going to have to reposition their city because it needs a new place, and it's going to go right in Palermo. Quite a good look. Okay, I've decided they're going to take the rest of Italy. Yeah. These aren't connected, by the way. Well, they almost are, but they're not connected. Well, Greece is looking quite imperial. They have a new ally, a very larger ally, and they have a very loyal ally, let's just say. And now they're going to set their sights out for Africa, because I'm pretty sure these are former Greek colonies. I don't recall. I don't remember. But yeah, they're going to attack this light nation here. And they're going to get screwed pretty hard because they're quite weak. They have the Benghazi area, and that's kind of it. These guys are also going to join in and take a bunch of land for themselves because it's a screwed over nation. Might as well take it all you can. And the rest of us is completely turned Greek. What a nightmare. And other city's gone. Get that shit out of there. So Greece has grown. Greece has made huge expansions. And somebody's got to put a stop to that soon, but it's not going to be now. So in this video, we saw 3 huge alliances forming: the North African Empire, the Greek alliance, and the Iberian alliance. Some of which didn't choose to join, but were forced. Anyways, Britain's been discovered. Forgot to mention, Britain's been discovered by these guys, and they're going to conquer a lot of it, mostly Wales and Cornwall for now, because they can't take too much or else it'll collapse, which it just did. Speaking of collapse, it just collapsed. Yeah, they're not exactly the colonizer type because they were formerly ruled by another country, and then they broke away from that, and then they tried to take land, but these guys broke away from that guy, broke away from that guy, and I'm pretty sure broke away from someone else too. So it's not good for them. Anyways, Britain has been created, and they're going to conquer the rest, or the majority of the Isles, mostly London, the greater London area. And they're going to establish their capital in Cardiff. Very nice. Yeah, these guys aren't looking too good. Their nation is very unstable, let's just say. Anyways, the Germanic tribes are also making huge explorations inland. It's mostly, I'm pretty sure a lot of forest out here. So Germany's looking. Why do I keep saying Germany? It's only this part's German, really, and parts of this. Anyways, over here in Mesopotamia, not too much is going on. However, I'm going to clean up that pixel right there. Ooh, you're not going to get one over on them. There's a lot of strange border anomalies over here. I'm going to go fix those. Anywho, this small Danish nation here is going to do some major exploration. And I mean major, like groundbreaking major exploration. They're a little bit more established now, so they can kind of conquer without collapsing. I can't say that word or else I'll make them collapse. Oh, I just said it again. These guys are also going to explore a little bit into good old Norway. Most of this is... Oh, wow. That's not supposed to happen. Most of this is happening while... Okay, fuck. It's not supposed to do that. Please? Oh, no. You're just... Okay. It wasn't even... That wasn't even the problem. Anyways, most of this is actually happening while that war down there was happening. Most of this is in sync, really. What's a nation that hasn't done much? Oh, right. These guys, the new Romans. They conquered these. Wow. They conquered those guys. Yeah, they're gone. They didn't have much after the Greeks attacked, so these guys just took it. They took it. They also made some minor expansion to east. Okay. And these guys that way. Speaking of these guys, they're going to expand outwards even more. Pretty good. Pretty good. These guys are also going to go down the Red Sea coast because that's basically all they can do. And I think this is a good point to leave it off. A lot of ground has been discovered. Alliances have been formed. Empires have been created all around. Well, yeah, this is an empire of sorts. Not a whole one, but really. A lot of ground has been covered in Asia as well. And the Nords up here. I'm going to give these guys a little bit of land. What am I doing? There we are. Hey, fill in those crevices. Yeah. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it off here. So I've been recording for 38 minutes. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go edit this now. Bye.